All right, so the bricks and minifigs drama continues. Now, I want to disclaim this video. I have not been following the blow-by-blow of the situation, but I get the basics of it. For those of you who don't know, it has to do with an elderly man consigning his extensive, I believe it was Star Wars Lego collection to this franchise, bricks and minifigs, and then there was a changing of the hands with the franchisee owners and yada, yada, yada. There's a bunch of missing money, missing merchandise. We had a YouTuber get involved named Reckless Ben who was looking into the situation at a very extensive level. Now he's like getting into it with the police, and I think he fled to Mexico. Did something about the Mormon mafia. But we're gonna take a bird's eye view here of kind of what the latest is, and really we're gonna talk about what's going on with Patreon, because the CEO of Patreon, I guess, was under pressure by Bricks and Minifigs to take down this YouTuber's page, Reckless Ben's page, and he literally told them to stuff it. He's like, you can try suing us, because they're trying to sue everybody to shut them up. It's like, are they gonna try suing YouTube? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. They've got more money than God. Okay, I mean, good luck with that. But it is kind of funny to see Jack Conte, who I don't think is a bad guy. Honestly, I really don't think he is. But we've been hypercritical of Patreon because their trust and safety just seems like it's all over the place. Now, this particular instance, he got personally involved in. But we know before, like with Sargon, he got booted from Patreon because some of the people at Trust and Safety did not like things he was saying on other platforms. In this case, I think Jack Conte actually personally agrees with what's going on with the Reckless Ben situation, so he's getting involved. But Patreon's terms of service and what they enforce, I think, is all over the place, which is why we don't use them anymore, because I don't trust them. Not that we're in any danger, I don't think, of running afoul of trust and safety. I mean, we're very middle of the road. We're not doing dicey artwork. I'm not dropping words I should be dropping even on other people's podcasts, because I don't roll that way. But this is why we're actually out on Substack. If you check us out at more.clownsfishtv.com, you can find more episodes you will not find on YouTube, and podcasts as well. And speaking of podcasts, if you'd like to listen to us instead of watch us, you can go out to iTunes, Spotify, wherever it is you listen to your podcasts, and we are there, man. So apparently Bricks and Minifigs is suing Reckless Ben over this Lego Star Wars investigation. He did multiple videos talking about it. This is coming from Deserto. So Bricks and Minifigs franchisor BAM Franchising has filed a lawsuit against Reckless Ben over his viral investigation into a disputed Lego Star Wars collection. Ben's name is Ben Schneider. He went viral in May after releasing videos about a long-running dispute involving a collection of rare Lego Star Wars sets that had allegedly been placed on consignment through a Bricks and Minifigs store in Salem, Oregon. So for those of you who don't know, Bricks and Minifigs is a franchise. They have a couple hundred stores and they sell Legos. And that's a thing you can do in 2026. I guess that's how they're not like an official Lego store, but it would be like a comic shop franchise or something like that, right? The situation has since expanded beyond the original missing collection items, with Schneider documenting police encounters, arrests, a search warrant, etc., as he continued pursuing those connected to the dispute. So this is what happens. They said Bricks and Minifigs denied stealing the Lego collection. In the May 28 statement, BAM Franchising denied that corporate leadership or the new Salem franchisees knowingly stole a Lego collection worth $100,000 to $200,000. So this was an 83, I think he was 83, an 83-year-old man's Lego Star Wars collection, and he was selling it on consignment. And then there was as I understand it, there was a changing of the hands of the franchise because the people that originally took the items ran into some financial problems. And then all of a sudden the stuff is going missing. And there's all kinds of investigation. I mean, this is like threads and threads and pages of documentation. Like, you start getting involved in internet drama and Legos, you're gonna get some of the most Aspergian people you can possibly imagine looking into it, and they're going to be very, very meticulous. Now, I'm not saying that in a derogatory term, because I myself am of that persuasion. I'm just saying you're going to get people who are very, very, very into the minutia of it. And if they're fixated on this case, like the internet, when it gets fixated on something like this, they will not let go. So every little thing, like they're going to know the brand of toothpaste the people involved in this situation are using. I swear to God. According to BAM, the dispute began with an unauthorized local consignment arrangement between the Mansell family and former Salem franchisee Crystal Law Gorman, who apparently siding with the family. The company said it was not a party to that alleged agreement and was unaware of it when it repossessed the store after the former owners allegedly defaulted on payments, royalties, and other obligations. So it's not like, I guess it's kind of like McDonald's in the way where you can become a bricks and minifigs store. And I've seen this with tabletop games too. Like they will support you, but you have to pay your franchise fees. And if you don't pay your franchise fees, then you become McDowell's. Apparently, like you might own the restaurant or whatever, but you can't use any McDonald's anything. BAM also claimed the collection was not located in the store when it took possession of the Salem location. The company said it found a small number of sets valued between $2,000 and $5,000 that could possibly be related to the collection and offered to return them, but said that offer was refused. It wasn't like you could take, given the value of the sets, you couldn't like take a Sharpie marker and write, you know, this is my Lego set on the box, because that would devalue them. Side note, it's very weird that the whole purpose of Legos is to build Lego sets, and all the people that collect Legos leave them in the box. Am I wrong? Well, I can't say anything. Okay, speaking of being of a certain persuasion, I've got an office full of Transformers still in the box that need to be transformed, right? But I don't have time to play with them. I buy them. They look nice on the shelf. I put them on the shelf, and then I forget what I have, and then my wife buys me more, and I'm like, because she's awesome like that. She's really awesome like that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I got that one like 2 years ago. It's just in a box, like stuff. I don't know what I've got a ton. I've got a ton of Transformers. It's a good thing I'm not into Legos, because I think Legos are more expensive now than Transformers. They said the documentation later provided to them put the collection's value closer to 60 to 80,000. Okay, not 200,000. BAM further claimed a recent POS audit showed more than $50,000 worth of similar inventory was sold by Law Gorman before corporate repoed the store. BAM said it's now tightening its rules around record-keeping, inventory management, buy, sell, and trade, transparency, and de-escalation training. Now, I do think that there's some weird stuff going on with the franchise, or the company itself, in addition to the franchise. But again, a lot of the people that get into stuff, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, I don't know all the details, whatever, but a lot of people who get into the hobby space as a career, like open a comic shop or a tabletop shop or whatever, they're terrible business people. They're not good business people, right? I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying a lot of them, which is why a lot of the stuff is just very lax. It's basically hobbyists that make a little money off of their hobby, selling to other hobbyists, and they're not like really good at bookkeeping. I've run into this multiple times with comic shops and, you know, tabletop games, especially. It's the same sort of thing. So do I believe that some documentation may have gotten lost without looking into it as much as some people have? Possibly. But now there's a lawsuit. So BAM lawsuit alleges defamation and harassment in a verified complaint filed in Utah County. BAM franchising Eamon McNeff, Matthew McNeff, Josh Johnson, Brandon Best, Baker Bricks sued Schneider Reckless Ben LLC. He's got his own LLC. Blah, 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 blah. Does 115. The complaint alleges Schneider and others carried out a coordinated campaign against BAM and its franchisees through videos, in-person stunts, social media posts, merchandise, and alleged harassment. Yeah, this is gonna destroy the reputation of Bricks and Minifigs. I mean, I think they're cooked after this. I think that there's been so much attention on the company as a whole that there's no coming back from this. Like you'll have to rebrand as like that Lego place or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to do something else to salvage your reputation, right? So the lawsuit claims Schneider's videos falsely accused BAM, its corporate leadership, and the New Salem operators of stealing the collection and being involved in the cover-up. BAM argues in the complaint that the underlying issue was a private consignment dispute involving the former Salem franchisee, not an adjudicated that's a word, adjudicated theft by corporate or new store owners. The complaint also points to several alleged stunts shown or referenced in Schneider's content, including fake raffle materials, a fake Guinness World Record style award, disguises used to obtain signatures, signs posted near stores and homes, and the "We Steal from Old People" slogan. So yeah, they said there are real world consequences for franchisees, employees, and families, including store disruptions, review bombing, harassment, and threats. Hey, welcome to the internet. Yeah, that's how it works. Look, they might actually have a case. I'm going to be real. Even if you hate Bricks and Minifigs because of the attention being brought to them because of this, they might actually have a case. Now, they're going around threatening to sue everybody for defamation. They've got their legal team on it. And in this, apparently, they threatened Patreon. And they told Patreon that they need to take down Ben's page because that's bankrolling the harassment or whatever. And this is where Jack Conte got involved, and he's basically telling them to go F themselves. He told them to stuff it. That's a nice way of saying go F yourself. So this is the latest update as I understand it. And apparently Ben's in Mexico. I don't know. Go out and read the mountains and mountains and mountains of threads documenting this. But Jack Conte said that Patreon received an official takedown request from Bricks and Minifigs on May 29th relating to the reckless Ben and ongoing dispute surrounding a Bricks and Minifigs store in Oregon. During the video, Conte displayed what he said were documents submitted to Patreon, including a complaint, request for immediate content removal tied to a temporary restraining order, and a motion for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction, after which Conte described as an interview by Patreon's trust and safety team, or extensive review by Patreon's trust and safety team, the company decided not to remove the page. So let's take a look at what he had to say. This is funny because I've never seen Jack Conte, who was a YouTuber himself, like just address somebody over a takedown request. Like I said, they didn't do this for Sargon. They had a trust and safety person who was just like, yep, I don't like what you said, so I'm going to take your page down. This has happened to multiple people, but he is getting involved in this because he seems to personally agree with what's going on.
Dear creator community, my name is Jack Conte, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. On May 29th, Patreon received an official takedown request filed by Bricks and Minifigs for media and accounts related to Reckless Ben and an ongoing dispute regarding a local Lego consignment issue. This is the verified complaint with exhibits.
There it is, guys. I'm sure it's on all kinds of message boards.
This is the request for immediate content removal pursuant to temporary restraining order. And this is the motion for the temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. So after an extensive review and investigation by Patreon's trust and safety team, we have in fact, unfortunately determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. And if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that, they can sue us. Patreon out.
That's awesome. Like I said, I think it's really cool that he's telling them to get stuffed. I just wish that Patreon defended all of its creators in equal capacity. That's my wish. But good on them, because this whole situation is just insane. What do you guys think? I'm going to wrap this one up. Again, I haven't been following this super closely, but it is just a rabbit hole and a half. And somebody's going to do, if they haven't already, when this is in the rearview mirror, they're going to do like an 8-hour retrospective of the drama that was Bricks and Minifigs. And actually, it's going to be, I believe, the documentation leading up to the closure of Bricks and Minifigs, because their continued sketchy behavior, you know, using lawfare and all that, which is usually what guilty people do. They throw around, you know, threats of lawsuits all the time to try to get people shut up. But I think that is going to lead to their demise, because the public is going to look at this and be like, hey, why are you being so aggressive if you don't have anything to hide? I'm just saying. Go wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.